Professional wrestling has always thrived on legacy, family names, and moments that transcend generations. The latest WWE-ESPN partnership not only opens new doors for the company but also creates an emotional connection for two of its biggest modern-day superstars, Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes. Recently, Roman Reigns reportedly told Cody Rhodes that this groundbreaking deal with ESPN is everything our dads ever worked for, creating a powerful link between their present success and the sacrifices of their fathers, Dusty Rhodes and Sika of the Wild Samoans. This statement, while short, carries immense weight in WWE history and resonates deeply with fans who understand the heritage of both men. To truly grasp the magnitude of this moment, we need to dive into the history of their families, the significance of the ESPN deal, and why this moment feels like a tribute to generations of wrestlers who built professional wrestling into the global powerhouse it is today. The ESPN-WWE deal, a new era for wrestling. When WWE announced its official media partnership with ESPN, the news immediately created shockwaves across the sports and entertainment industries. Wrestling has often straddled the line between sports and theatrical entertainment, but a deal with ESPN solidifies WWE's place alongside mainstream professional leagues such as the NFL, NBA, and UFC. For decades, wrestling fought for legitimacy on major sports networks. While professional wrestling has always been incredibly popular, it was sometimes treated as a niche product. ESPN's involvement elevates WWE's reach to a whole new level. Wrestling content will now be available across ESPN's global platforms, which means interviews, highlight reels, documentary-style features, and possibly even live coverage will be accessible to millions more fans. This move makes wrestling feel more like a sport than ever before, aligning it with the greatest athletic competitions in the world. For stars like Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, men who carry their families' legacies on their shoulders, this deal is validation of everything their fathers worked for during the early days of wrestling's rise. Roman Reigns, a tribal legacy. Roman Reigns, real name Liti Joseph Anoa'i, comes from one of the most legendary families in professional wrestling, the Anoa'i dynasty. His father, Sika, along with his uncle Afa, became known as the Wild Samoans, dominating wrestling territories in the 1970s and 1980s. They weren't just popular wrestlers, they were pioneers for Samoan athletes in the wrestling business, breaking barriers and paving the way for future stars like The Rock, Rikishi, the Usos, and ultimately Roman Reigns himself. For Roman, wrestling was never just about championships and main events, it was about carrying forward a legacy that began long before him. The Anoa'i family always dreamed of wrestling being respected on the global stage. To see WWE align with ESPN, an outlet that symbolizes mainstream sports credibility, represents a dream fulfilled for his father and uncle's generation. Cody Rhodes, the American Dream's vision. On the other side of this story is Cody Rhodes, son of the late, great Dusty Rhodes. Dusty, famously known as the American Dream, embodied everything wrestling stood for: hard work, charisma, and the belief that professional wrestling could inspire hope. Dusty Rhodes not only had an illustrious career as a wrestler but also helped shape WWE's future generations as a mentor in NXT. Cody has often spoken about his father's vision of wrestling being respected alongside legitimate sports, a platform where wrestlers were seen as world-class athletes, not just performers. When Roman Reigns told Cody that this deal was everything our dads ever worked for, he wasn't exaggerating. Dusty spent years trying to bring wrestling into the mainstream sports conversation, and Cody now finds himself living the reality his father once dreamed of. Why this moment matters. The ESPN deal is about more than contracts, television rights, or marketing. It symbolizes the moment when professional wrestling finally receives acknowledgement as a legitimate global sport entertainment hybrid. For Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, two of WWE's most important modern stars, it represents validation of their father's sacrifices. Both Sika and Dusty traveled the world, often away from their families, building reputations, drawing fans, and establishing wrestling as a cultural phenomenon. This conversation between Roman and Cody isn't just about the deal, it's about honoring the past while looking toward the future. It's a reminder that professional wrestling is built on the shoulders of legends who dreamed of this level of recognition. Fans react. Emotional connection. The WWE Universe reacted strongly to reports of this emotional exchange. Social media platforms like X, formerly Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok were filled with tributes to both Dusty Rhodes and the Wild Samoans. Fans shared old photos, classic promos, and video clips of these legends, connecting the dots between past generations and today's monumental news. Many fans noted that moments like this are rare in professional wrestling. Usually, deals and business announcements don't carry emotional weight, but when stars like Roman and Cody tie such news back to family legacy, it strikes a chord that resonates deeply with viewers. What this means for the future of WWE. This ESPN deal could completely transform WWE's future. Here are a few potential changes fans might see. 1. Mainstream coverage. Wrestlers being featured in ESPN highlight reels and sports news segments. 2. Documentaries and specials. Deep dives into wrestlers' careers, much like ESPN's famous 30 for 30 series. 3. Crossover events. Potential for more WWE cross-promotion with UFC, also under the TKO umbrella, and other major sports. 4. Enhanced legitimacy. Wrestlers recognized alongside professional athletes in basketball, football, and MMA. 5. Global reach. ESPN's international presence could bring WWE to millions of new fans worldwide. For wrestlers like Roman and Cody, this is the platform that finally puts wrestling where it belongs, on the same level as the biggest sports in the world. A story of fathers and sons. At its heart, this story is about family. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes may be rivals in the ring, but they are united by respect for their fathers' legacies. Both Dusty Rhodes and Sika dreamed of professional wrestling being respected in the same way as traditional sports. With this ESPN deal, their sons are living out that dream. Roman's words to Cody encapsulate not just the magnitude of the business deal, but also the emotional weight behind it. Everything our dads ever worked for isn't just a statement, it's a tribute. It's an acknowledgement of the grind, the sacrifice, and the vision that started decades ago. Conclusion. The WWE-ESPN partnership is more than a business milestone, it is a cultural turning point. For Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes, it is personal. Their fathers, Dusty Rhodes and Sika, dedicated their lives to professional wrestling, helping shape the industry into what it is today. Now, with WWE standing shoulder to shoulder with global sports giants through ESPN, that lifelong dream is finally realized. When Roman told Cody that this deal was everything our dads ever worked for, he was not just honoring their personal families but also speaking for every wrestler who paved the way. From the dusty arenas of the past to the bright lights of ESPN's global platform, wrestling has finally arrived at the destination that generations of wrestlers envision. The future looks brighter than ever, and this moment will be remembered not only as a victory for WWE but as a tribute to the legacies of those who gave their lives to this business.